Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Thursday. I hadn't been able to get out yesterday because it really was pouring down rain. And, but I said, okay, it's starting to drizzle and do some stuff now. So I'm not going to be out here long, but it's something about coming out. I know I look like a big old lion with this hood on this coat, and it's serving two purposes. Of course, it's just right for the weather because it's getting cold. It's been some areas where it has gotten a little sleet this morning. So it's kind of cold, but I'm nice and warm. And another purpose that I'm wearing this big old hood is because I just got my hair did yesterday because I'm getting ready. I told you I'm going to be celebrating Black History Month all month. And of course, Valentine's Day is coming. And so I had to get my hair did yesterday. So this is serving a purpose, protecting my due. But anyway, I got a Black History Month nugget for you today. And it's coming from a quote of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And actually, it's a verse from the Bible. A lot of times, a lot of the quotes that Dr. King quoted and that we remember, sometimes we don't realize it just came directly from the Word of God. And this is one that comes directly from the Word of God. It comes from the prophet Amos. Amos 5:24. But let justice roll down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. We're living in a day and time, it looks like we're just not seeing justice and people are just not doing right. But the word that jumped out at me in this verse was let. Let righteousness and let justice just flow like streams of water. You notice it didn't say, oh Lord, give me the strength for this to flow, and Lord, maybe I gotta fast and pray about it. It said just let it flow. And my nugget for today, my Black History Month nugget for today is just turn the spigots of justice and righteousness on. Just turn it on. And even this morning it was a revelation because, I ate a little breakfast this morning. I had my dishes that I had to wash. And so when I put the dishes in the sink, I didn't have to, just stand there and say, Lord, give me the strength. I didn't have to fast about, just give me something and do some things so I could wash these dishes. All I had to do was turn the spigot on. I just turned it on. And guess what? The water flowed. There's just some things that we just need to do. And we don't need anything else. A lot of times we might need the guidance of God to turn it on. But really when it comes to it, give us the mind to turn it on. But when it boils down to it, we just need to turn it on. Just do it. I remember a friend of ours from our former church, and he was a young man before he was saved. And he would give this testimony. He was in and out of jail. He was in trouble and things like that. And he said, you know what? I used to get up every morning, and the first thought was on my mind was how I was going to, and this was his phrase, how I was going to do somebody in. He planned on how he was going to get over on somebody, how he was going to steal from somebody, how he was going to get on. And so when he got up, those are the things that he did. But when the Lord saved him and converted him, his whole mindset. And so he chose to get up and do the opposite. Help people, go into communities and help elderly people with their lawn work and things like that. And he is now a young minister in one of the local churches, him and his wife, and you know, but it's just a matter of, it's some things, the Lord is just giving us the ability to do. And so when it comes to justice and righteousness, let's just turn it on. Just like, and it said, just let it flow. The Amos said it right here. But just let it. It's not going to flow until we turn on the spigots. Let justice roll down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. There are some things that are just under our control. Like I said yesterday, there are some people that just don't want to do right. They don't want to be just. But that's why it said, blessed are those that hunger and thirst. If you want to do right, if you want to show justice and be just, he'll give you the mind to do it. He's obligated to. And then you just got to let it flow. Let it flow. So that's my Black History Nugget. Thank you, Dr. King, for bringing that verse to the forefront. And thank you, Amos, for letting us know we just need to turn it on. Let's just turn on the spigots of justice and righteousness. I love that verse. I put it in my story this morning, and you'll just hear the sound of water just flowing. But let justice roll down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. Not just trickles, but mighty streams. I want to remind you tonight, join my husband, Pastor James, for life study. Life study. This is where we not only study, but we got to apply it to our everyday life. Learn how to cut on those spigots that supply what we learn, and cut it on. Cut on the spigots of righteousness. Let's apply it. Don't just talk about it. Let's do it. All right. Join my husband, Pastor James Gilmore, for Life Study, 7 p.m. on the Nugget channel and Facebook Live. Okay, let me get the rest of my steps in. Look like the rain want to come down a little more heavier. But it's nice out here. Yeah, this is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Join my husband tonight. Life Study. Bye-bye.